Citizen Television.
Here we are. Greetings and welcome to another episode of the Planetary Persuader Take 3 for July 9th, 2021, Friday. Okay, so today's a new moon, folks. We got a new moon at 6:17 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, and this is, July 9th, once again. And that moon is in sidereal Gemini in a lunar mansion known as Punavarsu. Punavarsu is about a quiver where arrows are kept, or it could be the bow at which the arrows are shot, and it's going for a goal. It's about where we set our mind and mark at. It's also like people that like having a really nice house but want to constantly go on vacations and be somewhere else. I know a couple like this. I think her rising sign, actually, the wife in this couple is actually Punavasu. I'm pretty sure. Always like, you'd almost think they lived in Mendocino or Fort Bragg or something, but they don't. They live up in the mountains, up in the hills. And anyhow, Punavarsu is ruled by Jupiter, so it brings expansion, it brings education, it brings a sense of wealth and good fortune as well. It's ruled by the Aditi. Aditi is a feminine goddess representing infinity. So our hat's going off to Punavarsu today. And our new moon, and so in Western astrology we call this a new moon in Cancer. There's other stuff happening, folks. We've got ourselves, Mercury is moving into Cancer on Sunday at 1:35 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. So Mercury goes into Cancer this week. Now we can't really see the moon, of course, because it is a new moon. And so we're, in Western astrology, whatever house Cancer falls in, that's where you're going to expect changes in your life or new things you can establish, focus your energies, improve on them. And with this in mind, we will start our horoscope sign by sign, starting with you, Aries. So, dun-da-dun, dun-da-dun-da-dun. Greetings, Aries. So there's a couple other things happening this week. On the 13th, Wednesday, we've got Venus and Mars in opposition to each other in the morning. So that happens at 6:33 a.m. So Wednesday mornings during Bohemian Express, my radio show on KozMcKev.org. So if you ever want to tune into that, you can go into archives. Otherwise, 6 to 8 every Wednesday. And I can tell that I'm sure that July 7th is going to be a blurry-eyed one. We've got ourselves right now Uranus in the second house, and so financial markets, things like that, are very in flux. So it's not like a great time for investments. Venus and Mars are in planetary war this Wednesday morning, and it's opposite Saturn. So, whatever house Leo's in, you can look at that and just, send a lot of prayers and meditation, patience. All of that's really important. It's I'm sure it can be a difficult time, you know. There's a real fine balance, like in relationship, of meeting your own needs and being able to meet the needs of others. And I just want everyone to do good on that and just respect each other's boundaries and hold each other in a loving space this week. I think that would help. But you got some creative mojo, Aries. I think that's going to help. If you put it in the creative. Some of the best songs are about love fights and stuff. Well, greetings, Taurus. I mean, Taurus, yeah, I mean, you're not really into the love fight, but it could happen. Right? I think, you know, where I see the conflict is between work and home right now. You got Saturn's in a really groovy place. You know, Saturn's in the 10th house right now. You know, just rocking your world just the way you want it to. Your job's going good. But like in the home front, Venus and Mars get in the celestial war in the 4th house. So things involving parents, older relatives, fixed assets. If you're both a couple trying to sell something or move, this could be like the break the bank weird deal. And, you know, things happen and it's just like, don't worry. Just relax, you know, take a deep breath. Have a sense of grace. Everything's going to be okay. You know, that's it. You know, that would be the wonderful news that we've all been waiting for. But let's just keep going. On and on we go with this. So greetings, Taurus. Like I said, the Venus and the War thing. We're going to greetings, Gemini. Greetings, Gemini. Welcome to your horoscope. So Mercury moves into Cancer. So, I mean, Mercury's been pretty nicely supported by Gemini. The communication, for the most part, even though there was a retrograde in the shadow, it's been going, overall, it's going good. It's going better. It's improving, you know, and we're trying to honor that improvement right now. Help us get to that next level. Cancer time, it's where you work on your material values. It's where you sometimes deal with family needs, family reunions, because family is also part of your values. Your voice, your throat, the things you feed yourself, put in your mouth, all of these things are second house things. Okay. So that's what, with this like new moon and all that, that's where this is happening, you know, right here. Saturday night move goes into Leo, so you might party with the neighbors. I don't know. You might be a good Gemini and just go to bed. Go to bed, fearfully wearing a mask at night underneath the covers. No wonder, wondering if Delta is lurking around the corner. Well, what I say is Delta is ready when you are. Greetings, Cancer, and welcome to your horoscope. We got Mercury, Sun, Moon, all in the 1st house. So Moon and Mercury deal a lot with our mental state, our mental preoccupations, what we do with things that occupy our minds. And if you're a Cancer having a birthday this week, I want to say happy birthday and appreciate you. Venus and Mars in celestial war in the 2nd house. It's kind of like the house of money. And then Saturn in the 8th house. It's sort of like transformation and kind of heavy stuff, and it can be depressing, it can be embarrassing, it can be like, oh my God. I know. It's, you know what? It's like, I am so grateful, even as these challenges come. I am so grateful. I know that the divine has a bigger plan than my impatience or my short-sightedness. You know, I have to learn how to be sensitive to other people's, you know, realities or what they're dealing with, and it's not fun, you know, and what they're dealing with is not fun, and I got to be reminded with that, you know. And there's going to be a new change for you, but you know, I would say don't do any risky investments monetarily this week. Okay. Well, we go to Leo. Greetings, Leo. Welcome to your horoscope. I mean, it's so much happening to you. I mean, first of all, this new moon, Sun, 12th house, Mercury there, it's kind of like it's a house of loss, it's a house of spirituality, it's a house of karma. That may not be like really easy to deal with. I mean, it could be pleasures of the bed, you know, at best case scenario, but it's also kind of like being drugged or being lost and being caught up in a dream. And so it's like we sort of have a blind spot when we're going through a transit in the 12th house. And when you've got Venus and Mars in the first house in planetary war on Wednesday morning, you know, it's sort of auspicious. I think a Wednesday is Mercury Day, you know, and that's a time that we really have to be sensitive to women and their needs. And, you know, as America, you know, is going into different phases, and other countries, Canada and Israel, the UK, and all of those heavier hit places, India during the pandemic, the lockdown, you know, you can see this is affecting relationships, you know, and so for you personally, you know, you're being called out, you know, by Saturn in relationship stuff, and it's not fun. And you were just loving, being playful, maybe just going along wanting something okay to happen, and someone else is not okay, and the alarm is rung, and shame on you, and let the shaming and the canceling begin. No, I just like, we don't know. Maybe Virgo always seems to know, though. Greetings, Virgo. Welcome to your horoscope. So Mercury moving in Cancer, it's like it takes a little bit of the pressure out of your career mind and puts a little bit on that fun, easygoing, let's party with friends kind of vibe. That's a lot of what the 11th house has to offer. And I get it, you know. I completely understand. So there's some blessings coming to you, Virgo. That's the first thing I'd say. Okay, so now we've got Venus and Mars in your 12th house, and some kind of a celestial war. So, you know, love karma, you know, and so it's just like, well, really got to mind my P's and Q's, really got to be cool, because, you know, you don't want to, you know, there's always a blind spot. Everyone always has a blind spot to something, somewhere. And, you know, you got to be open to making things better. That's basically it. You got Saturn in your 6th house, you know, and that is like being better to yourself health-wise, dealing with health issues. Saturn's retrograde. You know, a lot of people, you know, Saturn rules teeth and stuff. A lot of people have neglected dental work during the lockdown, and not, you know, you got to take care of that stuff. Okay, greetings, Libra. Welcome to your horoscope. Let's see what we can do for you. Venus and Mars in their planetary war Wednesday morning. A sensitive morning, you know. Hate to leave work in a bad mood. You know, I mean, relaxing, easing into love. You know, when there's conflict. So what house is all this conflict at? Well, for you it's mostly among friends and other people, but you've got Saturn, you know, on your heart. So it's like some kind of heartbreaking situation. It might be with an older sibling. It might be with someone who's helped you out in the past. But you're dealing with that. And so most of the new stuff and changes have to do with career and work. And, I mean, let's face it, we've all had new people, new changes, all sorts of things happen at work. And so we're adjusting to that too. And you've got to pay attention to your health. You've got to work on your children. If there's limits with them, maybe they're struggling socially a little bit, that could be part of it, you know. Compassion. Okay, well. Here we are again. Greetings, Scorpio, and welcome to your horoscope. So, I mean, As far as Scorpio goes with this, it's the Mars side of the Venus and Mars conflict, and it's pretty much centered in the 10th house. And 10th house is career, and it's also your karma to the world, to the public, what they're about, what they need, how much, how much do we have patience for, how much can we handle during this period. It's hard to say. So it's like you're trying to get your place in order, have healthy boundaries in your home front, and then there's on the other side, you're also working on career, and so you just want to show your best self at work, and just keep everything on the chill zone, really. The new moon, though, is lucky, and it's bringing good fortune your way. And it's bringing that message of the guru, higher teaching, and just go on the higher road. Just stay involved in that, Scorpio. You're going to be fine. Everything's going to work out. All right, so, greetings, Sagittarius, and welcome to your horoscope. Jupiter ruled. I'm hoping that, even though Jupiter's retrograde in the 4th house, Jupiter likes the 4th house. It kind of helps you with fixed assets. If you needed to buy or sell a home, maybe even get a car, or it's going to help you. Good things are happening, and just relax. I wouldn't do anything too rash, but I would say that, this is a time where, long distance relationships, well, they have their place sometimes, Sometimes we learn something from seeking a higher love. Sometimes we burn ourselves by not being truly honest with where we're at. And it's like we're embarrassed sometimes. I think when we get in our neediness and sometimes wanting love, we feel embarrassed about where we're at. And that's okay, It's a universal need. It's a universal condition. Greetings, Capricorn. Welcome to your horoscope. Cancer, new moon. It's good. It's good to make changes in relationships. There's been some transformational, deep stuff. May not be in your control. Venus and Mars in the 8th house. It's just, it may involve inheritance. It may involve what you thought was coming to you, and it didn't end up coming to you, even though you wanted it. And that's okay, too, because everything's going to move on. This is all just temporary. So breathe. Relax. Know that, God is bigger than your frustration and whatever is limiting you right now. So, Saturn in the 2nd house. The money may be coming, but there might be other factors kind of in conflict with that. Just relax. Don't worry. Everything is fine. And good things are coming. And relationship issues, they're big with this new moon. And there's no way of getting around that. And it's just like, continue to be generous. Continue to go on that right path. And good will follow you. Well, greetings, Aquarius, and welcome to your horoscope. I think it's like when you have Saturn in the 1st house and it's retrograde, it's like, okay, I really need to slow down and take a look at what's happened this year alone without, venturing off into too much new territory. There's nothing wrong with that. And, relationships have sort of taken a hit during this. And it's just like, breathe through, relax, know that different kinds of relationships are coming your way, and I bet there'll, happiness and sparks are going to fly once more. It's going to be lovely. So I see that coming your way. Some of it's work. You got to work on your health. You got to sometimes help uncles and aunts and small pets, and it doesn't just come easy, as a Ringo Starr song would go. Who's also a Cancer. Let's see now. Greetings, Pisces. Welcome to your horoscope. We've got Neptune, Jupiter, first house. Jupiter retrograde, of course. It's not, there's a certain amount of like, relax. The good fortune is within. Don't look for it out there right now. Not right now, anyhow. It's coming. But now's not the time. There's a lot of changes. In your third house, some neighborhood changes. And relationships, they affect your karma in a lot of ways. So it's like working well with other people, the people you work with. Spreading more love their way. Sometimes things have to be on hold. And like this week, if somebody, you expected a date and they changed their mind, be glad. If they're worthwhile, you'll come back to them and everything will be fine. And if not, everything will be fine. Everything, don't worry, everything is going to be fine, and just keep, say the mantra, Om Mani Padme Om, or Om Namah Shivaya, Om Gam Ganapatiye Namah, whatever works for you. Things are going to get better, and, even if it's Lord's Prayer, Hail Mary, like I said, any, all your brokas, if you know Hebrew, all of it can help. So I look forward to being with you next week. When we do this again, Planetary Persuader with KozMcKev. Don't forget to subscribe, like, get the notification bell ringing, and we'll be back again, and we're going to do this. Thank you.